What's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy, and I'm back with some more epic entertainment. And check it out. One of my dreams as being a YouTuber, if that's what I am, I guess, is meeting other YouTubers. So today I'm parked right now, check it out, at the Philadelphia airport because I'm waiting to meet none other than the maker of chaos. Guys, it's really cool just getting to know a bunch of you guys, and it's a dream just to meet you in person. So I jumped at the chance a few weeks ago when Maker said, hey, I'll be in New Jersey. Well, he'll be in Philadelphia. I live in New Jersey, but he'll be here on the 30th. And I said, dude, I would jump in the car and I will head out and meet you in person. So guys, I'm gonna link up with Maker, and it's gonna be epic. And that's for one reason only. And that's because I'm a cowboy. Oh man. Maker of chaos. What's up, man? How's it going, man? Oh man.
It's all right.
Guys, look at this. It's Maker and the Cowboy.
Yep.
What's up, man?
Yeah, finally meet.
This is crazy.
Yeah, bro.
We'll be back. All right, guys, check it out. The Maker Chaos is the first person to come to my house. This is gonna be epic. Guys, one of the biggest Stadia haters I know. He physically, virtually, financially helped kill Stadia, and I want to give him a Stadia controller. Maker, this is for you. And because Maker said he actually never had a Stadia controller, so I'm like, dude, I'm gonna give you one.
Pretty slick.
Dude, it's not a bad controller.
It is not bad.
Yeah. It's probably too late to do the Bluetooth thing where they was allowing people to change it to Bluetooth.
I think you still can.
Oh, can you? Okay.
But I can take a look.
Yeah. All right, check it out, guys. Maker and I, we decided to go and get some food from the deli across the street. So we got the, what do you got, a 12-inch cheesesteak?
Philly, the cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Jersey,
Technically, we can't say Philly. Right, we're close.
Jersey cheesesteak.
Yeah.
And then some hot wings and ranch.
We got some cheese fries, and I got a cheesesteak. So let's do it. All right, so Maker is trying a New Jersey cheesesteak.
It's good.
Good?
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. Now, he didn't do what I did. I got the peppers and mayonnaise and ketchup on it. But he got the, the normal.
The classic.
The classic. There you go. It sounds better when you say classic. Fair enough. All right, guys, check this out, man. We got Maker Chaos. We're in Halo form. Now, Maker, tell them. We went through all of Trenton because you wanted to see where it was your mom grew up at.
Yep.
So it's kind of cool. So guys, check this out. We're in Halo form, and yeah, Maker Chaos and I, we're hanging. Guys, see that? Halo Farms, the best ice creams around, and my guy Maker is gonna try Peanut Paradise, my favorite, and I didn't force him.
Master Chief ice cream.
What's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy, and I'm here with some epic entertainment because I am here with none other than the Maker of Chaos. Maker, it's super epic to have you here, man.
Yeah, it's awesome to be here.
This is so cool. One of my things about being a content creator is to meet other content creators. So I'm, ecstatic that you asked me, did I want to meet up? Because you'll be in the area. So thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your vacation that you're on.
Hey, it's no problem.
I appreciate it, man. But I want to do something different. So I got the chance to meet Doc Dark 1985. I got to meet the TK9. I got to meet Rue Diggs. I got to meet Chariot Man Gaming. But those guys didn't compare to the Maker Chaos because he's the first person that get to say that he was in the Cowboy Epic Entertainment Studio. So with that being said, man, I figure I got a little interview for you.
Okay.
So, first things first. Dude, Maker Chaos, where did you get the name?
Where did I get the name? It was actually from World of Warcraft.
Okay.
Surprisingly enough, back in Burning Crusade, which is when it really kind of first hooked me. The first character that I made, my friend had a character named Chaos, and I was like, what's cooler than Chaos? And I said, Maker of Chaos.
Wow, so you did the one-up.
Yeah.
Oh, you're little chaos? I'm the maker of chaos.
Exactly.
You know what's funny? A buddy of mine used to be into what was it called? Hero Quest or something? Back in the day, it was like a board game. It wasn't Dungeons and Dragons, but it was like you could make your own heroes or whatever. Or maybe it was Dungeons and Dragons. But I know that one game was popular with Hero something. Anyway.
There's Pathfinder.
Nah, it was called Hero something. It was back in the day. Well, he was like, you can make your own character. I was like, dude, could I make a dragon? He's like, oh, you can have a dragon. I was like, no, but I want to make a baby god dragon. And so when it grows up, it'd be the most powerful thing in the universe. He's like, bro, you can't do that. I was like, why not? And that's how I came up with the baby god dragon. All right, cool. So is that like your gamer tag on everything?
For the most part, yeah. I have some older ones like Robert X. Paulson for Xbox and stuff like that. But for most modern ones, it's going to be Maker of Chaos.
Now, you told me about the Robert Paulson, but tell them, because I didn't catch on to it.
Yeah, well, Robert Paulson is a reference to Fight Club. I used to be a huge fan. I mean, I still love the movie. Fight Club's great. You know, Brad Pitt, Edward Norton.
Dude.
But the reference is his name was Robert Paulson, and I still get that from time to time. And when I'm playing games with other people, someone will be like, "His name is Robert Paulson." I'm like, you get the reference.
But isn't the first rule of Fight Club you don't talk about Fight Club? And you just told us.
Yeah, you're right. I did.
I mean, okay. Anyway, what's cool is you're just like a gamer. You play Xbox, you play PlayStation, you got a PC, you play Nintendo.
I brought my Switch.
So, what is your preferred platform?
PC, definitely.
Okay. And why is that?
I get to modify it, change it, customize it to how I want it to play. I also have spent a lot of money on my rigs because I want to play it to the best of my ability if I can.
So what do you have?
I've got a AMD. It's been a while. It's a 3900X CPU, and it's got a 3080 Ti graphics card, 32 gigs of RAM at 3600 megahertz, and that's the main specs that really matter, honestly.
It's pretty serious. So would you get a 40 series or would you wait to like the 5?
I'm waiting until 5. As soon as 5 hits, I'm upgrading personally. I've got some money saved aside for my next upgrade.
Right. I will say this. Shout out to Cubini. Just today, when I was on the way to meet you at the airport, he was showing me. I'm driving. I'm like, dude, I seen you in the Discord chat, so I just jumped in. He's like, oh, check this out. I said, I'm driving. No, I put lightsabers on Starfield, and I was like, and he got the music from Star Wars playing. I was like, dude. I literally told him, I said, I could see why people love PC. If I was into PC, I don't know how could I go back to console. I said, now I get the console is streamlined. Yeah. So he was like, yeah, he was like, you kind of got to know what you're doing to do this. He was like, but it is cool. I was like, dude, I'm just watching. You got a lightsaber on your character. You got the Star Wars theme playing, stormtroopers walking around, and this is Starfield. It's kind of cool. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I do love the mods. There's some games that just are unplayable unless you actually download like a mod. Like for me, Nier Automata on PC was one where the port was so bad that someone came out with a mod called FarMod, and it was basically necessary because it fixed a lot of issues.
How wild is that? A company would make a game that's like unplayable, and someone else like because people who make mods are just like freelance individuals, right?
Well, it's just people who love those games, and they're willing to spend the time to fix that game. And I don't know if it's due to like whether the company just doesn't prioritize PC because their sales aren't as high on PC or something like that. But I mean, it just happens a lot more common than you may think.
And the mods, correct me if I'm wrong, people who make the mods, they don't get paid, right?
It depends. There are certain ways that they can get paid using how to forget it. There's mod
PayPal or something.
No, there's mod sites where you can actually charge money for your mods.
Oh, wow.
How did I forget the name of it? It'll come to me in a bit. But Bethesda also has their own kind of creation club where they have their own approved mods effectively on their storefront,
Right.
where the developers of that mod get a cut of that money, so they get a chunk of that money.
That's cool. I'll say this: coolest mod ever is I'm a big Friday the 13th fan, and the Friday the 13th game. You know, this guy Victor Miller, he won a lawsuit, so they had to stop anything Friday the 13th until they make a deal. So the Friday the 13th game, literally, it was. I remember April 4th was when not April 4th, September 4th, years ago was gonna be the DLC, and that summer the lawsuit happened. They had to stop. And they were going to put Jason X, where he's like half metallic, and it was going to be on a spaceship. And I was like, oh no. Well, people modded it this year, and they put everything that was supposed to be in the game for PC. I was like, and obviously I'm not a PC player. I was like, I was watching it like, watching videos on YouTube. I'm like, what? They added this to the game. It's like, no, bro, this is a mod. I'm like, how can you do that? And I'm getting the idea like, oh, modding is the cool. Like a friend of mine, Obi Rose, he has Rogue as his favorite character in Tekken. Like Rogue from X-Men.
From X-Men,
yeah. I'm like, oh man, yeah. So stuff like that, I guess, is
like,
pretty cool.
There's some hilarious ones too. Like I've seen the one where Bart Simpson and Homer Simpson in God of War is one where Kratos is Homer.
Yeah.
And it's people do some really fun stuff.
I think people did what Kingpin and as Spider-Man swinging through the city. I think that was a thing.
Yeah, they did a lot. There's so many really good mods out there, and just people who love games that make that stuff.
That's cool, man. So, question.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on VR, and what's your thoughts on the new handheld revolution? People, Steam Deck and the Legion and Portal, and so tell me about VR first, and then
VR. I think VR has it's kind of like with Stadia, where they've got a lot of possibilities and a lot of potential, but I feel like there needs to be that big app, that big thing that draws a lot of people in, because right now we're seeing it VR not be as popular.
Well, what's your thoughts on the Meta Quest 3? Because now they showed what that's going to be able to do.
I think I think similarly it has the potential, but unless a breakout app like a VR chat or a Beat Saber, maybe if they come out with Beat Saber 2, it might drive sales into that platform and push people to invest more into VR. But at this time, I don't think it's going to be like that crazy, take over the market type thing.
I agree. Yeah, it seems like it's just going to be niche.
For now, yeah. Unless stuff changes.
And what about handhelds? It's a new craze for the last 2 years, I guess, ever since Steam Deck came out. I mean, the Nintendo Switch is Nintendo Switch. I feel like it's in a league of its own.
Yeah.
But the Steam Deck, now the Legion, the ROG Ally.
I think they have their market, but they need like a closer balance of the two. Like the reason why the Switch is so successful is because it does have those exclusive titles, those big Nintendo titles to bring people into that platform to buy it, whereas like the PC don't. This is more of an accessory. You want it on the go, but I do think we're shifting towards a more mobile future, and I don't necessarily think it's going to be those handhelds, but it's going to be some sort of handheld or some sort of mobile device that people are just gaming on, like the Apple with their game, the AAA games coming to Apple.
All right, 2 last questions. When are we gonna see you back in content creation?
I honestly don't know. Work's kept me busy the past little bit. I had a promotion, and also we're dealing with stuff with our contract, so it's a lot's going on. Working out the details of the new contract and stuff like that.
Okay, so what about dude? What's up with the RIP, man?
Right.
That's been your thing now. I can't see you on the internet and you don't say RIP something. So somehow you started it, and it's like, I love a good gimmick.
So,
and it's your thing now.
So I think it all stemmed from people who would say all PlayStation's got some walking simulators.
Okay.
Xbox has got no games.
Okay.
Right? Nintendo, all Nintendo's got is kid games. You know, yeah. Someone.
Who would have ever said that about Nintendo?
But I see those comments, and I just want to be like, rest in peace this platform, because they're not good enough, or they don't. Jim Ryan's leaving. Rest in peace, PlayStation. And it's more of just a try and show how silly people are with saying things are gonna die because of one mishap or another.
It's cool because what's cool is at first I thought you were doing it because you had like a certain bias to something, and I was like, no, Maker's rest in peace in everything. Everything's getting the rest in peace. And
VR, Sony, Xbox, Nintendo.
And it's cool because you'll come in when there's like a big announcement, like VR, MetaQuest. You be like, and everybody's like, oh my God. You be like, R.I.P. MetaQuest. It didn't look good enough. You're like, what? It's the new iPhone. It looks amazing. R.I.P. the new iPhone. You're like, wait, what? I thought it looked good. You was like, nope, it ain't gonna sell.
Yep, it's gonna die, even though it's gonna sell millions.
It's a great little gimmick or a great thing, and I like it. It's like become your own little brand. Yeah. And it's like you just expect it. Like, oh, Maker's in here. We're waiting, you know. And then there's sometimes where I might be debating with somebody and like, oh, where's Maker at? I need him to say. I feel like the nail in the coffin that makes me win is just a Maker just show up and say R.I.P. their thing, and then he ends up saying mine, and I'd be like, mother.
Yeah, it's really just how I'm feeling or how I'm gauging the chat and stuff. But for the most part, it's a bit silly for the beginning bit. I mean, I will still involve myself in some serious.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. You're a serious debater.
I'll notate my feelings on things, and you know, people take it however they want.
Right.
But they're my thoughts on these things.
Yeah. One of my best things with you, and then I'll let you go, is I loved, right? So you were always, you know, very articulate, explain your points, but some people would have thought you was a pushover, and it was nothing like. We were all on, and MM2K was on, and people had some choice words, and you was like, hold up, and you just went in, and I was like, oh snap, and you just went in, he was like, no, hold on, and you just really let them have it. And you was like, listen, and everybody on the panel, you just really put your point out there, and you let people know, like, first of all, I'm speaking, and this is what it was. And I was like, he's right. I'm gonna shut up, just Makers, you know. And that was really cool. And I was like, man, it was cool. And let's tell the people. There's my wife. She asked me about, just like, yeah, me and Waker didn't like each other at first. She's like, why not? And I was like, it was dumb. I was Team Stadia. He was Team Stadia must die, and it was just weird, and it was just cool. But I said one of the best things happened is weird. I'm saying live is when Stadia was going out, because a lot of people start playing way more games than they was, to be honest, because they was in this little Stadia box. A lot of people start doing, their channels did better. It was really cool. So if you could sum all of that up, so you know, you just telling people like, look, I'm not a pushover, and you have points, and you made it clear. And also, you know how we kind of met and stuff.
Yeah, I'm always one to kind of push for my point of view. I mean, I think everybody has their own point of view. People have their own preferences and things like that, and that's perfectly fine. I think the biggest issue I have is when someone tries to make a point that they believe is the right view or the correct view, when I think you can take things from multiple perspectives. So yeah, I think that's what really pushes me to really hammer home about that kind of info. So, and that's where that comes from, is and where I come from when I do argue a point. But and I would say I never hated Stadia. I think I was frustrated with the potential it had and the squandered potential that Google had with it. And like you said, when people started branching out to see what all these other platforms had, these awesome game experiences. And I still think there's a lot of consoles out there that have amazing experiences that people will just completely avoid just because of their preference, or because they view one as better than the other.
Right.
And I was always one to say when Stadia died, I said it's good that it sucks that Stadia's dead and your favorite platform's dead, but at least you'll have the chance to try other things, to explore new games that you probably never would have otherwise.
Sure.
So.
All right, last thing.
Yeah.
How long will it take for cloud gaming to be mainstream? Not that it's going to take over and you only play cloud, but that the average gamer be like, oh yeah, we're familiar with cloud gaming. I'm not into it yet, but oh yeah, we know cloud gaming.
That's a hard one to tell, especially with the iPhone news where games are kind of coming out for mobile phone. I think it's gonna be a while longer for cloud, right? I think at least like 10 years.
10 years?
I think it might not. It might. I think eventually cloud it will be a thing because to me, how should I explain this? To me, cloud will be the future because it's a lightweight. Okay. It's kind of like the way Chromebooks are going. You know, they're super popular because you don't need a lot of storage. Everything's streamlined to it.
That is true. Yeah, when you think of Chromebook, you're like, well, I could get a laptop, and I got to worry about storage and I worry about all this extra stuff. Or you just get a Chromebook and you're like, hey, this is what you get.
I think it's mobile games will, like AAA games will come. I think they need to have a different buying model though. I don't think that they should do the regular $60 because I think most mobile gamers are used to the free-to-play games.
That's true.
The $5 games, the $10 games. Right. So maybe offer like when the new Call of Duty hits and it comes to mobile as well, have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Chapter 1, Modern Warfare 3 Chapter 2 for like $10.
Right.
$10.
So that at least maybe in the long run it might be cheaper than the console game.
Well, at least bite-sized bits.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. If you was to add it up, because if you told me I could get this part 1, part 2, part 3, I'd be like, dude, I just pay $70 on the console.
Yeah, maybe offer a combo for the whole thing, or buy them each individually. Right. It reminds me of I played a mobile game by Blizzard actually, Hearthstone, and I don't know if you know it, but they've got these little.
That's the book game, right? Like a card game. Right? Yeah, card game.
They've got expansions where like you fight bosses, and you pay like $5 to unlock this one, $5 to unlock this one, and so something like that where it's itty bitty bites of it, and people will eat it up. You know, that's how mobile games are. They charge low prices, and they make a buttload in revenue. So I think that's the future. Like, you know, first we're gonna get these mobile AAA games on the device, and eventually we won't even realize that they're just being streamed onto your phones.
Man, I love it. Well, Maker, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you for making me a part of your trip. This was cool. You jumped on a plane, you came here, and you seen the Cowboy first. I got to be #1 on the Maker of Chaos North Jersey tour.
Yeah, you're the first one I met.
Yeah. But I mean, this North Jersey, right? I think you're like, where all are you going? You're
Jersey, Pennsylvania, and New York are the 3 states.
Right. So
I'll be traveling.
North Jersey tour. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Maker.
Good. Oh.
Yeah.
We got to do the good one.
All right. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Guys, subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week, daily videos. Subscribe. This was epic, and for one reason only, because he's the Maker Chaos, and I'm the Cowboy. Oh man. You know what we say, Maker?
And now
your mama knows.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh man!
And now your mama knows.